Sup, you chuckle fucks? It's your boy Dakuraitoningu here with What If I, Raikou, was in the Ragnarok? Um, yeah, I don't know. Probably I name it something else, or I probably won't even upload this. But pretty much, I thought of this what if idea for a while. But yeah, so of course, this is kind of mostly me in this dimension of what's it called, Ragnarok. You know, the one series of like the gods versus humanity and other things. But there's going to be a small little twist. Yeah, and that is I'm going to be adding anime characters into this battle. I have no clue why, but I just thought about this and yeah, fuck off, leave me alone. So yeah, we go into mostly a time skip in a POV of, well, mostly a bunch of gods right now kind of declaring that humans shall be eliminated. All humans shall be eliminated. Like, there's so many gods that literally vote 100% for human extinction, while there was only 1% that didn't want that, wanted that, and that was the Valkyries. And this is where, well, we go into Zeus kind of looking up with an eyebrow raised and says, "Oh, did you say something? What's it called? Did you say something, Brunhilde?" This is where, well, Brunhilde says, "I declare a record, or mostly Ragnarok." Mostly she says. She wants mostly to protect the humans in this. This is where, well, the gods are furious, and this is where Zeus decides to grab the dragon and destroy its head. This is where, well, Zeus says, "Is that really what you want? Fine. Then there will be 13 matches, and yeah, you get the point." We go into a time skip mostly. Besides, you already seen that, I think so. But yeah, pretty much we go into mostly Berhenna kind of talking to the small little Valkyrie girl. I forgot her name, and this is where, well, she's actually right now planning in which gods should be facing each other, or not gods, which humans shall be facing gods. This is where, well, she picks mostly the human name known as, what's it called? Known as Lubo, and this is where, well, Lubo still fights against like Thor, and of course it was such an interesting battle that mostly the battle of gods and mostly humans. The humans were expected to win and other things and blah blah blah, just like how the original canon, like they were expecting Lubo to actually win against Thor. But this is where, well, mostly someone actually got the card of interest before kind of going to a different world. Mostly, this being known as an entity, no, known as nothing but as something at the same time. He was right now just mostly exploring the universes until he kind of found upon this world. Mostly, he was about to go to a different world after kind of mostly helping out a supreme god, a vengeful supreme god, to return back to its own world, and of course, mostly, well, get revenge against everyone in the supernatural. But this is where, well, he stopped by to see this world. This world is so interesting. He sees a human known as Lubo. Lubo, who is fighting against the god of storm, known as Thor. This is where, well, he watching interest. His eyes were right now kind of, well, mostly dark. Well, mostly they're a kind of turquoise blue color, but we kind of mostly black, white instead of, well, mostly instead of being white, it would be black around his eyes. Well, one eye, that would be his right eye. His left eye is closed, but this is where it was kind of closed and it has like an eye patch on it. This is where, well, he has kind of like blackish hair, bluish turquoise hair light, or mostly highlights. And this is where, well, there's a one, well, mostly in the left side of his hair, there's actually like well, not left side, right side of his like hair, yeah, right side, there's actually a huge patch of like whitish hair kind of, but not much. Well, it's kind of small, but you get the point. This is where, well, he's wearing a black hood, and this is where, well, he seems to have a sight behind him, but he's watching this in, well, entirely, it's not in this world. He's not watching it inside this world, but he's watching it inside the abyss of this world. This is where, well, he's watching this battle, and of course he gets so interested in seeing how gods are so arrogant in this world. Seeing how these gods think that they're better than humans, but, well, it was shown that this human named Lobu actually almost defeated, Thor. if it wasn't for the limits of his human body. This is where, well, mostly, this is where, well, he kept watching and seeing this and said, I see. Humanity is going to lose against gods. Well, not if I have anything to say about it. This is where, well, most we go into a flash. A huge burst of white lightning disappeared from this figure, from the void of darkness. This is where, well, we go into mostly Brunhilde, who's right now kind of just right now biting her nail. She was pissed. She can't believe she lost. That's where, well, she didn't want to lose, so of course this is where, well, when was it called Gola or Goli or what was her name again? Wait. When God decides to notice, is it called Brunhilde kind of being really angry? Brunhilde was about to like pick mostly Adam to actually fight the next match, to fight against mostly the original opponent before it was Zeus. But before she could even like touch the screen to select the person, someone grabbed her hand in an instant. This is where Brunhilde and even Go were shocked. This is where the person seems to be a human, but from the figure that he looks to be, a human who looks to be quite toned, well, mostly toned out a bit, but of course lean muscular. This is where, well, it wasn't Adam because mostly his hair was different. His eyes, which one of them was being shown, showed to be having such immense power that is probably beyond this whole world comprehension of how much power this person can even use, or how much he is, or whatever he is. This is where, well, Brunhilde says, who are you? This is where, well, the entity, the figure, he chuckles, saying, who am I? Well, you can call me Dark Raikou, or Raikou, doesn't matter. This is where, well, Brunhilde says, then who, okay, Raikou, then who are you? You can say that I am a god hater. You can also say that I am also someone that killed gods who goes rogue. But who really knows? Other than that, I am here with an offer to help you against this battle against the gods. This is where, well, mostly Brunhilde says, what? Why will you help me? Actually, who exactly are you? You just say that you hate gods and you can kill them. Who are you anyway? Who am I? Oh, I already said my name, you silly little Valkyrie girl. My name is Dark Raikou. I am a god slayer. This is where, well, Brunhilde says, what is a, huh? This is where, well, mostly, this is where, well, it was none other than me, and this is where I explain even further. A god slayer is that of beings that can kill gods without even trying. We kill rogue gods, we kill gods, and we kill and just any type of gods, whichever, if they're good or evil. We just don't care. We god slayers are mostly those who balance mostly the world. If gods go with mostly power and power hungry and either being arrogant or cocky, we will be there to destroy them at once, slaughter them and kill them. Make sure that they understand their fucking place. It seems that multiple god slayers a while ago has been kind of decreasing because of the number of them giving up their powers. But that's not the point. As I am a god slayer, I came to this world on accident. Well, not an accident. I stumbled upon this world and saw this desperate situation between the humans versus the gods. So how about it? Let's make a partnership here. Brunhilde, that's her name, right? The Valkyrie of the 13 Sisters. This is where, well, most of Brunhilde says, and what deal is this? I will help you fight against the gods with special humans that has the powers of incredible abilities. But you have to promise me one thing. What is that? Give me a good show. This is where, well, I had a very serious and very stern tone about the good show. Because I am only a god slayer who watches sometimes. I can also intervene in anything, in any battle. This is where, well, my eye right now became a slick blue in an instant, and behind me was a, well, mostly, how should I say, was shown to be a western dragon of mostly like this bluish turquoise lightning always crackling around him with being black scales. But it was a massive dragon. And this is where, well, I snapped my fingers telling her to give me a good show. This is where, well, mostly she was shocked. And this is where she says, but this isn't some kind of game, Godslayer Sama. This is where, well, she kind of just decides to call me that. And this is where, well, I turn around and says, I don't care if it's not. Do you want humanity to succeed and win against the gods? Then trust me, as I have never led anyone down the path of mostly, well, annihilation. I've not left them to die. If it comes down to mostly a last standstill with the gods, then I will intervene and fight them. You would think that I will actually let humans die in my watch? I, who am Dakuraitoningu H. Brian, would not let any of them die at once. So understand this now. With the Henna, you do not need to worry about anything. You just got to make sure in which type of humans you want to pick for the battles of, well, gods. This is where Henna says, then who are you going to send to fight against the next opponent? That is quite easy. You will have to just watch and see. Other than that, I'll be going. But do not pick Adam. Adam, the first human. Do not pick him at once. I have someone else much more dangerous than the first human alive. This is where Bruhenna kind of looks at the picture of Adam and decides not to pick it. This is where Golian kind of says, sis, are you really going to listen to him? We have no choice. If this person is known to be a god slayer, and he is not from this dimension, then he is someone to be much more, well, seen as a threat. And if I have someone like that, I can eliminate the gods, because Bruhenna is shown to mostly be someone that hates the gods entirely. So, of course, yeah. We go into mostly a kind of time skip later on. Now, it's kind of Zeus who's actually fighting the next match and saying, who am I going to be fighting? Zeus is right now showing to kind of have this evil smirking grin, but yeah. Also, this is how I look like in the mostly, wait. Well, this is not how it looked like, but this is who mostly, what's it called, Zeus is going to be fighting next. Majin Park. Yes, from the god of high school. But that is not the point. But for right now, I'll be leaving it off here for mostly part 1 of this What If. If you guys like it, then yeah, but if you don't, if you hate it, then yeah. I might come back and might redo it later, because I didn't really have enough time. I only had like 20 minutes other than that, by saying yeah. Or not even 20 minutes, I had like less than that. But yeah, other than that, bye.